Welcome to Infinity Tech. Today, we're going inside the impossible engineering project that transformed open Arabian Gulf waters.
Before the hotel could rise above Dubai, engineers first had to understand what lay beneath the sea. The first challenge was invisible, mapping the seabed accurately enough to design a foundation that could survive the Gulf. Every measurement would determine where rock, sand, and water could safely carry the enormous structure above.
Monitor pressure on that line.
Beneath the shallow Gulf waters, the investigation went deeper, layer by layer, sample. The data was becoming a map, a geological blueprint for an island that did not yet exist. The solution was not simply to build on the sea, but to create a stable piece of land where none existed. Out on open water, survey points transformed an empty stretch of sea into a precisely defined construction site.
Marker 4.
The survey was complete. Now the impossible part began, building an island strong enough to carry a landmark. Welcome to Infinity Tech. With the seabed mapped, construction finally moved from planning to reality. The first defense was rock. Massive pieces of stone.
Rock is secure.
Each stone had a purpose, creating a barrier, designed to absorb wave energy before it reached the construction zone. This was precision work disguised as brute force. Every load had to land exactly where the design demanded. Inside the protective ring, thousands of tons of material began transforming water into solid ground. Layer by layer, the island had to be built, leveled, and compacted until it could behave like engineered ground.
Lower it slowly.
Locked into position, the outer barrier was becoming a shield, protecting the future foundation. The sea had been pushed back, and the impossible now had a place to stand. Next came the foundations that would anchor the hotel itself. Now the island had to become a foundation site, with every structural position measured to extraordinary precision.
Marker 4 is set. Copy that.
The foundation work moved downward, searching for stronger ground beneath the artificial island.
Maintain pressure.
Deep foundation work is a battle against invisible forces: alignment, soil resistance, water pressure, and enormous future load.
Watch the rotation on that side!
Inside each deep foundation, a steel skeleton would help transform concrete. The steel cage disappeared beneath the island, reaching into a foundation system designed to carry the hotel's immense weight. Because the work was surrounded by water, controlling the bore itself was almost as important as drilling it. Once the bore was stable and the reinforcement correctly positioned, the hidden structure could finally... Below the island, the first permanent elements were taking hold. Deep foundations designed to anchor an extraordinary structure. Beneath the island, dozens of deep foundation elements were beginning to form the hidden skeleton of the hotel. The deeper the piles went, the more carefully engineers had to control alignment, stability, and the changing ground conditions. Temporary steel casing helped keep the deep excavation stable, while the permanent load-bearing system was prepared below.
Watch the edge!
Deep inside the pile, reinforcement steel would give the concrete the strength and continuity needed to transfer the hotel's future loads.
Easy. Maintain the pressure on pump 4.
Concrete was placed bottom upward, creating a continuous mass. One pile was only a small piece of the solution. Together, the foundations would distribute the hotel's... Once the piles were complete, their tops were exposed and prepared for the structure that would tie the entire foundation together. Deep piles were no longer separate foundations, they were becoming one massive structural system, the base from which the Burj Al Arab would rise. With the deep piles connected, the foundation was ready for the most critical material of all, concrete. The pour had to be continuous, controlled, and carefully coordinated because the foundation below the hotel could not be treated like an ordinary slab. Every cubic meter had to merge with the next, forming a dense structural mass around the steel reinforcement. Inside the dense steel network, vibration helped eliminate voids and ensure the concrete fully surrounded the reinforcement. As the concrete reached its design elevation,
Level check, Sector 4.
the foundation began changing. Surrounded by seawater, protecting the foundation from moisture was just as important as making it strong. The island was no longer just a platform. Beneath the future hotel stood a massive engineered base, ready. After the pour, the concrete needed time to gain strength before the structure above could safely begin its climb.
Lower it down, steady.
From this point forward, the Burj Al Arab would stop spreading across the island. The core became the building's vertical backbone, rising floor by floor while engineers constantly checked its position. As the structure climbed, the cranes had to climb with it, becoming the machines that would feed the building above. The building was becoming a three-dimensional frame,
With every new connection, transferring forces deeper
to the
Copy
foundation.
that. Initiating connection.
Every floor added weight, but it also added stability, locking the vertical structure into an increasingly rigid system. Now the geometry that would define Dubai's skyline was beginning to emerge from the engineering calculations. At this height, every movement became more demanding. Wind, load, alignment, and worker safety all had to be controlled. The foundation had disappeared beneath the sea, but now the impossible was visible from miles away, and the defining outer structure was next. The Burj Al Arab's defining shape was no longer a drawing. It was becoming a steel structure suspended above the Gulf. At this scale, steel could not simply be lifted into place. It had to be guided, aligned, and secured under constantly changing loads. Temporary bracing was essential, keeping the unfinished structure stable, while its permanent load paths were still being created.
The next challenge was transferring forces through cables and anchors strong enough to stabilize the building's enormous outer geometry. Unlike rigid steel, the cables had to be installed while accounting for their own weight, tension, and changing geometry. Tensioning transformed loose cable into structural force, transferring loads through the frame exactly as engineers had calculated. As the permanent connections came together, the structure began behaving less like a collection of parts and more like one enormous engineered system.
The structure had found its identity in the sky. Now the enormous spaces between the frame would have to become a functioning hotel.
With the main frame stabilized, the empty skeleton could finally begin transforming into a hotel.
Every floor connected the structural frame, gradually creating the horizontal spaces where the hotel would eventually operate.
Steel created the framework, but concrete would turn those open platforms into permanent floors. The exposed structural skeleton was now ready to receive the architectural skin that would define the hotel's appearance. Piece by piece, the enormous frame was being wrapped in the architecture that would make it instantly recognizable. Behind the dramatic exterior, another engineering project was unfolding, turning enormous empty volumes into usable hotel spaces.
Possible outline was now unmistakable, but thousands of engineering details still separated the construction site from a functioning hotel.
From open water to a towering landmark, the Burj Al Arab was finally beginning to look like the hotel the world would come to know.
Before the hotel could open, every major structural connection had to prove that it could perform under real forces. Behind the glamorous exterior was a vast network of mechanical and electrical systems that would keep the hotel alive. Thousands of electrical connections had to work together reliably before a single guest could enter the building.
Water systems had to be tested under pressure, because hidden leaks could become major failures inside a hotel built over the sea.
Safety systems were engineered into the building from the inside out, protecting guests across every level. Inside a building this tall, vertical transportation was not a luxury. It was a fundamental engineering system. For the first time, separate systems began operating together as one complete building. The machines were falling silent, the temporary structures were disappearing, and the impossible hotel was finally approaching completion. After years of construction, the final details were no longer about building higher. They were about making everything work perfectly. The engineering skeleton was disappearing beneath layers of craftsmanship. turning structure into experience. When darkness arrived, the building revealed another transformation, an engineered landmark becoming a symbol of Dubai.
All right, crew, let's get this barrier moved to the south side. Copy that. Moving the flatbed now.
The construction barriers were gone. What remained was the finished silhouette that would redefine Dubai's coastline. Before opening, engineers tested not just the structure, but the entire machine hidden inside it. Every system had been checked, every major risk reviewed, and the structure was finally ready to leave the construction site behind.
And this is how one of the world's greatest hotels was built from nothing into reality.